Good morning, dear students. This is your Sudha ma'am. Welcome to the third session of lesson 4, that is motion and time. In our last session, we have studied different types of motion like translatory, rotatory, oscillatory, periodic, slow, and fast motion. In this session, we are studying time, its units, speed, and its units. Let's get started. Let's know about time. In our daily routine, we often use the word time. Let's observe the following examples. In the first pic, one person is asking the time at a bus stop. In another pic, in a railway station, there was an announcement regarding the late arrival of the train than the scheduled time. Third pic, in an office, employees are looking to finish their work fast so that they can go to lunch on time. And in the last pic, the teacher was inquiring the student why he was late to school. We use the word time for different purposes, or without using the word time, we express the duration of time like so late, too early, like above examples. Let's move on to the estimating the time. Nowadays, we use different instruments like electronic clocks, digital clocks, quartz clocks, etc. to measure time. A few decades back, people used pendulum clocks, but nowadays they become rare. No one is using them. They used to observe the time by using the pendulum clocks. In ancient days, before invention of clock, people used to measure time by using sundial, sand clock, water clock, etc. A well constructed sundial can measure local solar time with reasonable accuracy. In the sundials, the sun moves from east to west. A shadow is casted on the dial which indicates the time. Sundials are usually Sand dials are usually have two bulbs like structures connected by a narrow tube through which sand passes in a predetermined time. Measuring the time by using stop clock. Stop clocks are used to measure time interval between occurrence of events accurately. It is different from other watches because time starts from hours, minutes, seconds and milliseconds also there, and they can be reset. It can be used in laboratories to know the time taken for the completion of chemical reactions and to know the time taken for one oscillation of a pendulum, like that some examples, and to measure the pulse rate, etc. Apart from these, they are mostly used in running races, swimming races, etc. because we can measure the duration up to decisecond, centisecond and millisecond. That is 1 by 10th part of the second or 1 by 100th part of the second or 1 by 1000th part of the second. And nowadays we find stop clocks almost in all cell phones. Now coming to the units of time. We express time in seconds or minutes or hours to specify the occurrence and time taken by the event. Minutes, hours, days, weeks, fortnight, that is 15 days, or month, that is 30 days or 31 days. Season, that is 4 months. Ayanam, that is 6 months. All these are units for measuring time. But the basic unit of time is second. The larger units of time are minutes and hours. Here we have a table indicates the units of time. 60 seconds equal to 1 minute. 60 minutes make 1 hour. 24 hours 1 day. 365 days 1 year. 10 years, that is 1 decade, and 10 decades 1 century, and 10 centuries make 1 millennium. That means how many years are there in 1 millennium? That is 1000 years. 1000 years are there in 1 millennium. Okay, that is about the units of time. Now coming to the next topic, that is speed. Many objects around us are moving. To compare how fast they are moving, we need to know their speed. In our motorcycles, cars, buses, etc., mostly almost in all vehicles, speedometers are there which tells us how fast the vehicle is moving. Speedometer is a device that is available on vehicle's dashboard, usually behind steering wheel in cars, buses and all other vehicles. It is semicircular in shape. And now coming to odometer. It is a device which is placed along with speedometer, which indicates the distance travelled by the vehicle. Speed for a certain journey can be calculated by taking distance per unit time. So, speedometer indicates the speed of the vehicle, whereas odometer indicates the distance travelled by the vehicle. Coming to the units of speed. Depend upon need and context. Speed is measured in different units. Unit of speed in SI system, that is Standard International System, is meter per second. For long distances, the unit commonly used for speed is kilometers per hour. We can change kilometers per hour into meters per second or meters per second into kilometers per hour. 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meters per second. That is fixed, children. 1 kilometer per hour, if you are changing into meters per second, you have to apply 5 by 18 meters per second. How we got this? 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. And 1 hour is equal to how many seconds? 60 minutes and 60 seconds. That means 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds, 60 into 60. And 1 kilometer per hour is equal to, kilometer means 1000 meters, and instead of writing 1 hour, we are writing 3600 seconds, that is 1000 by 3600. Then if you simplify that, 0, 0, 0, 0 will be cancelled, 2 5s are and 2 18s are, that is 5 by 18 meters per second. 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meters per second. So, to calculate speed, the units must be in kilometers per hour or meters per second. Otherwise, we have to convert them into required units. Let's see one example. Total distance covered by a car is equal to 60 kilometers. And time taken to cover the distance is 40 minutes. See here, the distance is given in kilometers, but the time is given in minutes. So, what we have to do? We have to convert these minutes into hours. And what is the sum actually? We have to find the speed of the car. So, let's convert 40 minutes into hours first. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, we know. So, 40 minutes is equal to 40 by 60 hours. If you simplify, you will get 2 by 3 hours. And what is the formula for speed? Speed is equal to distance travelled, total distance travelled by total time taken. That is 60 divided by 2 by 3. 60 kilometers is distance and 2 by 3 hours. And 60 into 2 by 3 if you write, that is reciprocal. As we are division symbol, we are writing like multiplication. So, we have to take the reciprocal of 2 by 3, that is 3 by 2. And if you simplify, you will get 90 kilometers per hour. Thus, the car travelled with an average speed of 90 kilometers per hour. Let's have a quick summary. Today, we have studied time, speed and their units. In our next session, we will solve some problems related to time, distance and speed. That's all for today. Meet you in the next session. Thank you.